Hello everyone, it is Carol from Lily Rose Blue, and I have my mascots with me, Astrid and Arnold, as well as Amber. And I let the triplets stay up late tonight. I'll pay for it, I promise you that. Here is Angel, Asa, and Adam. So I am filming this on Monday, June 24th. I got the date right this time for sure because today is our oldest daughter's 41st birthday. Yes, I have a child that is that old, and yes, I was young when I had her, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Sorry, I heard a noise. Got a little bit distracted there. Not the dishwasher, the washing machine was making a kind of a funny noise. So, but my husband is down there watching the NHL hockey final game and, doing some laundry for us. So this weekend, we had the privilege of going up to Minnesota to spend some time with our oldest daughter and her family. Son-in-law, the Rose and the Blue, and also with my son-in-law's mom. And that was Ruth that I've talked about. And that was an extra special bonus for us. When you know somebody is ill, you just, I think, treasure any time that you get to spend with them. And I will absolutely remember the conversations that Ruth and I had this weekend. So that was wonderful. I'm going to show you some things and try to talk a little bit as I go. So I did some shopping. Sadly, this is not thrifting. This is shopping. On eBay, on Temu, and in my own pantry. So we'll start with that. Here is this Clipper Organic Orange and Turmeric Herbal Tea. This is very good. I would recommend it. I don't remember where I actually got this from. Oh, I see that that's torn. This one may have to go. Boy, I don't know. This seems like something maybe my oldest daughter would have gotten for me. And if she did, and if you're listening, honey, and I don't remember, I absolutely apologize for that. So I thought these could be used. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what I come up with. So that's my first thing to show you. My next thing, I think I'll do this. So you see that stack? A little bit of a difference between the two stacks, right? So here's the story. I absolutely go through phases of shopping on eBay or not. I may not touch it for a couple of months, right? And then the next thing I know, I'm a little bit obsessed. And I had an obsession phase here recently. And I got it in my head that I needed some card catalog, library cards, card catalog cards, whatever you would like to call them. So I paid you know, I wouldn't have done it if I thought it was way out of line. But, you know, I looked around. First I always look on the Maker's Market to see if I can find what I'm looking for. And if I don't find it there, I look at both Etsy and eBay. There are a few sellers on Etsy that I, you know, love to support. However, for whatever reason, I was on an eBay kick. I just keep coming back to that. So I ordered these library cards. And you can see this is a pretty standard one. I thought this was nice. Here's yet another design. Here's another one. So I'd say these, you know, I could sort these. Oh, that's a little bit different again, although probably goes with that. Just a little bit different lot. Then again, this seems different too. So you get the idea of the different types of cards that came in this package. Yeah, so I ordered these and, you know, felt pretty good about it. Then, in the process of looking at these, I don't know what, I don't know exactly what possessed me, but I was looking again on eBay probably less than 24 hours later, and I saw a seller who had more library cards for less money. Yep. And I thought I was pretty careful in my shopping. So, and fun, even included the dividers, which I thought was interesting. So I put a bid in, which actually I think it was the minimal bid. Or maybe that plus 5 cents. You know, as an example, $1.05. And next thing I know, I'm getting a notification that I won the bid. So I got more cards for half of the price, I think, at least. At least half of the price. Ice hockey. Oh, look, we were just talking about the NHL. Isn't it weird how, do you guys think have things like that happen to you? Like there's a theme that happens in a day. And of course, here's ice cream, ices, and etc. Ice follies. And then here we have ice hockey. You know, there's not the variety. There is, I guess. I guess there is variety. Just not, I really like those blue, these blue cards here a lot. I just think they're more aesthetically pleasing. I know I was flipping through those and you guys probably couldn't see. The Mysterious Mannequin. I thought, oh, that's an interesting title. And I saw Carolyn Keene and I'm like, aha, Nancy Drew. The Mysterious World of Caves. My son-in-law's, my oldest son-in-law, meaning married to my oldest daughter, his father was a spelunker. Ferns. Oh, won't that be fun to put in it could go in a forest journal. It could go into a floral journal. Musicians. It's fun to go through and see the titles. But anyway, now I have this many library cards. It's okay. I'll use them. And I'm not sad. Let me tell you, I am not sad about that. Then something that I am a little chagrined about Now, these are very fun. Okay, very fun. I'm not sad about that. So I'll just show you them really quick and then I'll talk about it. So in my eBay shopping, I saw these. I saw the price and I saw more than what was really there. Maybe it was wishful thinking. To me, this looked like a pocket and this looked like a pocket. And many of you have made things like that. I don't know, honestly, what possessed me to purchase these, because after I got them, nothing against the artist, which is why I'm not showing you the name of the store. These are very cute. They're very cute. Could I have done this myself? Yeah, absolutely. I could have done this myself. And most of you could have done more. Like, you all would have made this a pocket and made this a pocket. So, yes, lesson learned. Lesson learned. Yeah. Again, they're very good. I mean, they are. It's just not quite exactly what I thought I was getting, which is the good and the bad and the ugly of purchasing online, right? This has some lace right here. I don't know if you can see that. And I like the way, I like the design of this one. You know how it's kind of off-centered or off-cut. I don't know what the right term is for that. And then this one as well has some nice lace running around the journal card. I do like them. I do. I do. It wasn't exactly what I thought, and I could have made these myself. But, you know, I supported another artist, so yay me, right? We should celebrate those things, right? We really should. So what started me off on this eBay journey in the first place is usually the thing that gets me on an eBay journey, and that is ledgers. You guys, what is my obsession? I do not know. And I just purchased a really nice packet of ledger paper from Sandy or Wilhelmina in the Maker's Market. Why did I need more ledger? I don't know. Am I obsessed? Perhaps. Perhaps I am. That said, I ordered this ledger book. Again, ledgers on eBay, ledger paper, ledgers in general are not cheap. I saw this and I kept thinking, what's the catch here? This seems pretty cheap. The book itself is, you know, the cover is not in bad shape at all. So I may try to see what I can do with that. I talk a big talk. You know, come on, Carol, you got to produce. The ledger, this is beautiful. You can see the sewing in there. Isn't that, I just still think this is fascinating. Beautiful ledger paper, patinaed. It is silky, buttery feeling. You know, we all know what that feels like. There are, if I can find them, at first I thought the whole book was empty, which would have been okay. Maybe I'm lying and this one is. Maybe I'm confusing it with another one. Okay, this book. So I was looking at several. This book has not been written in. It is just the ledger paper. But oh my gosh, is this beautiful ledger paper. So now I have to make a decision. I think what I would do, I don't know, because this is a funny size. It is not funny strange, but not a journal, standard journal. 12 by, because, you know, this is how I roll. 12 by 7.5. So tall and narrow, which that would be hard to find paper to fit into. So as much as I like this cover, I don't know. I may just use the pages. I won't throw the cover away. Maybe I'll have some inspiration some other time. But you know, this is not very big, which is why that, and the fact that it wasn't written in, which is why, I mean, that's why it was affordable, to be honest with you. Then I did some Temu shopping, primarily because I was getting my supplies together for the Christmas and July contest. Oh, I never know what I'm supposed to call it. My mind just always blanks. We'll just say the Christmas in July event, wonderful event, hosted by Carol at Crinkled Path, that I am participating in for the first time. I think I've said this probably 8 times already, but yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little intimidated by this. I don't know. I feel like, and this is where some of my creative block is coming from, I feel like I don't want to let the person on the other end down when it's a swap. And I feel like maybe I might. And I know that's crazy and silly, but that's how I feel sometimes. So this is a stamp set, acrylic stamp set. I loved the different clips that were in this stamp set. And then to me, this looks like the top of a ledger. Let's see, let me grab some white. To me, this looks like a ledger. You know, here's the top, the columns, and then the numeric columns. And this too, you know, is kind of a grid. I don't know, or a library card, or another kind of ledger, right? Just with the graph paper. And then what I couldn't really tell in the picture was this. So this says subject and a line, date and a line, and then all of these little, what probably look to you like bubbles, are all different numbers. And it's really cool. It's really cool. So I am happy with this purchase. Oops, hang on. Well, the other thing that happened was apparently this was in my cart twice, or they sent me 2 by accident. I'm not sure. It is not worth sending back something that I didn't pay hardly anything for. So this will either go to the lily pad, or, oh my gosh, why can't I get that out of there? Or it might be part of my, and most likely, oh my gosh, will be part of my 300 subscriber no, not 300, 500 subscriber giveaway. So again, just various kinds of tickets or badges, I would say. Like, I would say that's a badge. This says immigration, Australia. There you go, Suzanne. Yeah. So something like that. This says USA, New York, Los Angeles, 15 June 2017, which I find it interesting. It says USA, but it has the date that way because that's not how we do the date in the United States. But it is the European style. So, officers, customs officer something, January 12th, 2012 landed. So again, that would be the way that we write the date in the US. So those are my stamps. What else can I tell you about? On our way up and the way back, there is, going to Minnesota, there is construction on Interstate 35, which is the way that we would typically go. As of late, our oldest daughter and her family have been taking a different route. And spur of the moment, we decided to take that route. However, on the way up, we made a mistake. Long story short, we ended up going through northeast Iowa and all through southern Minnesota. And subscriber Kim, who is from southern Minnesota, I had you on my mind the entire time we were going through southern Minnesota and wondered if I was traveling by your town. So we took Highway 63, which goes through Iowa and Minnesota, and then also Highway 52, which also goes through Iowa and Minnesota. And we went that way this time. I have to say, it was really nice for the soul, at least my soul, to drive through the country. Because we messed up on the way up, we were never on gravel, but we were on asphalt roads once in a while. But we just saw so much. And it was very, very enjoyable. And the way that we went up, first of all, we went too far on the eastern side of the state, farther than what we really needed to. But we went up through Decorah, Iowa. And so that meant that we really hit southern Minnesota lower, much lower than usual, and then traveled easterly before we went up to hit, to get to where our daughter lives. And we saw so many horses, and I love horses. We saw Amish buggies. It was just so many cows. Sandy, sorry, I don't think we saw any sheep. We did see a few goats. The other thing that we saw that I thought we'd chat about briefly here is we saw a lot of very high water. We saw standing water. We saw what were known to be calm rivers look like rapids, right? And if you are watching the news at all, You know that there's pretty significant flooding in Nebraska, the part of Nebraska that butts up against Sioux City, and Dakota Dunes, is that Nebraska or South Dakota? Sorry. Sioux Falls in South Dakota is impacted as well as northwest Iowa and parts of Minnesota. And it sounds like Minnesota continues to get the conditions continue to get even worse there. There is a dam in Mankato, Minnesota that was eminently going to fail. I haven't checked in the last couple of hours, but I would sadly think that that has probably already happened. From an Iowa point of view and a work point of view for me, there are parts of our state, there are at least 2 cities that you just can't get to, and that is Spencer, Iowa, and Rock Valley, Iowa. Spencer, Iowa does have a hospital that still delivers babies, so that could impact what happens in my job. So we'll see. We'll see. Pretty darn incredible. We are supposed to have more rain and storms here today. Actually, technically tomorrow, because I think they've pushed it back till about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty concerned because if you live in the Midwest and the Plains at all, probably Oklahomans and Texans and people who live in the South would tell you this too. You just have a sixth sense about these things. I hope my sixth sense is absolutely, totally wrong. But it is so hot and humid out there today that when a storm front comes through, which usually includes, it cools the air down a little bit. That's when the storms happen. It was 92 to 94 here today, with heat indices up to 96 to 100 degrees. That's not a good, that and rain and storms is not a good recipe at all. Also, I wanted to shout out the state of Wisconsin. I don't think I included them on the flooding, but we should talk about Wisconsin. Thank goodness Sandy Wilhelmina posted that they are fine where she's at. Janesville, Wisconsin, which is not that far from the Iowa border, was pretty severely impacted by a tornado on Saturday. And I just feel for them. That's a town that I've been in, stopped in multiple times on trips to see my nephew who lived in Madison, and trips up to Wisconsin Dells. Been there 3 or 4 times. So yeah, I just feel for those people. It's tough. It's tough stuff. And I know there's bad weather everywhere. I know this heat is horrible in many parts of the United States. So just know, guys, that I'm thinking of you, sending good thoughts and well wishes if you are impacted by any of this crazy, crazy weather. I thank you for coming and watching this video tonight. I also ask, YouTube is doing some funky things, which you've heard probably more than one person talk about. If you don't mind, if you think you have subscribed to my channel, would you mind checking and making sure that you're still subscribed to my channel? Also, If you haven't subscribed yet, would you mind thinking about doing that? It would be so very greatly appreciated. And I love comments, and I try to respond to everybody's comments. And, you know, even just liking a video really helps with algorithms, not just for me, but for anybody's YouTube channel. So if you wouldn't mind checking that out, that would be great. And now I have my traditional openings, I have my traditional closings. And with all of this, thank you again for watching. Please take care, stay safe, have some fun, and God bless. Bye-bye.